Hello everyone, this is Crystal Palma and welcome to my channel. So another week, another video. I think this will be a fairly short video. It's been a busy week for me. I have applied for a second job and hopefully that will fast track my debt-free journey for this year. If you guys don't know it yet, I have just started my debt-free journey last month and I'm now in baby step number 2, which is to pay off what's left of my student loan debts by the end of this year. Okay, so this month it will be 16 months since I started paying off this loan. I know I should have been more aggressive in paying it off and not just putting in the minimum amount every month. But I thought I'd share with you guys how I am keeping on top of my other obligations while doing this debt-free journey, and that is by having a routine every payday. So today we'll talk about the things I do every payday while paying off my debts as fast as I can. Alright, so before anything else, I just want to clarify this one, that I strongly encourage everyone to have a monthly budget before doing this payday routine. I've got a monthly budget and I find it very easy for me to allocate my expenses and to prioritize my needs. So at the moment, my priority is to pay off my debts as fast as I can. That is why this whole routine revolves around that priority. Okay, so every payday, the salary that gets deposited into my bank account that is already tax deducted and auto deducted for my superannuation contribution. If you guys are not familiar with superannuation contribution, it is a type of employment funded pension. So superannuation in Australia is partially compulsory and it is further encouraged by a few other tax benefits. So let's go straight to business. So the first thing I do every payday is that I review my payslip. I know it's a very easy task, but I only know a few people who do this as their habit, and I think that it's very important for us to review our payslip in detail just so that we are sure that the number of hours that we've worked for that month actually corresponds to the amount of salary that goes into our bank account. I know a few friends of mine have worked holiday shifts and overtime, but it did not reflect in their payslip. So it was just a wise thing to do to keep on top of your finances. The more you know, that's actually really good. So after reviewing my payslip in detail, once I'm happy with the number of hours and it matches the amount of salary that I have in my bank account, I then go to step number 2. I know this is very unconventional. It's not what most people do, but I actually immediately transfer the amount that I need to pay off my loan for that month. So the very minute that I get a notification in my mobile banking app that the funds have been deposited into my account, I then transfer it from my Australian bank account to my bank account in the Philippines. I think I have not mentioned this before, but my student loan debt is actually in the Philippines, which makes it tricky to come up with an exact amount every month for me to set aside for the loan, because the exchange rate, it fluctuates every minute. But I have discovered this app. I use Orbit Remit. It's a mobile remittance service. It's very handy. I can just transfer any amount even when I'm at home or I'm already in bed getting ready to go to sleep. So check it out, guys. They've got a mobile app and it shows how much is the exchange rate for that hour or even for that few minutes. And if you're happy with the exchange rate, or if you want to wait a few more days just in case the exchange rate changes, then you can very well check it in your mobile app while at home. So once I have done that one, loans been covered, done, out of sight, out of mind, to avoid any temptation. Once that's done, I then go to step number 3, which is work my budget with the little amount that's left in my bank account. So this is the part where my needs come in. So my needs would mean my rent, food, transportation, and everything that is already in my budget. To be honest, guys, when you're trying to pay your debts as fast as you can, you only really need these three things to survive for the month. So that's roof under your head, food on the table, and as for me, transportation to take me to work so I can hustle more for the money that I need. The other stuff, that can wait until you're debt free. That's what we call delaying gratification, which by the way is a good topic to talk about on another video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment sections about how you manage to delay your gratifications with the thought of a much better outcome in the near future. I think I have not shown you guys how I do my monthly budgeting. I have a spreadsheet. It's in my iPad, and I actually have a column that says planned expenses, and that's where I list my estimate of how much I'll be spending on the categories that I put in there. My bills, phone bill, electricity bill, my internet connection, and for the rest of the month I just put in my actual expenses for each category and work my budget around the money I have left in the bank. So once my needs are covered, we go to the next step, which I thought I'd incorporate into my payday routine to fast track paying off all of my student loan debts. It is to put my savings into my student loan sinking funds. Now, this step revolves around the concept of zero-based budgeting, which means you should use every dollar in your monthly income, but it doesn't mean that you get to splurge on shopping. It just means that every dollar should have their purpose, so that would amount to zero. And as for me, I have decided that what little money I have left should go automatically to my student loan sinking funds for extra payment for my student loan debt. Recently, I have noticed that I've been saving $300 to $400 extra since I started this student loan debt. If you guys have not checked my recent video, I'll put a link down below. I have saved an extra $800 in just 2 weeks. So yeah, that's my payday routine. I kind of think of it as like a cycle. I get paid post-tax and post-superannuation contribution, and then I automatically transfer the amount of money that I need to pay off my loan for the month. What's left in my bank account, I then work my monthly budget or my budget for the fortnight around that one, and the little extra money that I have, that goes back to my student loan sinking funds to pay off my student loan debt. That's it. This might not work for everyone. I need to emphasize that I'm doing this one with guidance of my monthly budget to set my priorities, and also I'm doing this for the next 4 months, so it's applicable for short-term loan payment. If you are thinking of paying your debts long-term, maybe try to experiment on other payday routine just so that you'll see what works for your household. Yeah, this is what works for me, and I'm hoping I'll be able to fast-track my loan payment for this year. So that's it. If you guys would want to know more about personal finances or student loan payments and debt-free journey, please subscribe to the channel, comment down below any of your thoughts. I'm more than happy to learn a thing or two from people who are on the same journey as me. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time.